I'd now like to share with you, just using role play, how we actually make the calls to the people we support. And this particular case is someone very close to my heart. His name is Bill. He's a 93-year-old gentleman who lives in Manchester, which is about 4 hours away from where I live. And I became his friend some 8-9 months ago. Prior to becoming a friend of Bill's, he has a history of seeing his general practitioner at least once a week. He was going to the emergency room at least once, twice a week in his local hospital because he wasn't eating, he wasn't drinking, he was neglecting himself. His wife died about 5 years ago. He had a family, but didn't make much contact with them. So he was very much isolated and lonely by himself. When we contacted Bill, we do an assessment on the individual. We find out about them, their health needs, their social circumstances. So we have a picture. So all of our volunteers would have a picture about the individual they're going to befriend. And I think that's important, that you know what you're going in for, you know the conditions of the individual that you're going to be supporting. And when I made contact with Bill and we found out all of that information, we always ask them permission, would they like us to become their Silver Line friend? No pressure is put on them, they don't have to say yes. And some people say, let's try it for a while and see what happens, as in Bill's case. The other thing is important, that I agreed with Bill what day of the week was the best day of the week to call him, and what was the time he would like me to call him at. And we agreed that every Thursday I would ring him in the evening at 8 p.m. as that's the day that suited him. But also in the evening, that was the loneliest time for him, and therefore he felt evening calls would be far more beneficial. So I'm going to just give you an idea of the type of call I would have with Bill when I ring on a Thursday. Oh, hello, Bill. It's Patrick. Great to link up.
Hello, Patrick. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Great hearing that voice of yours again. Tell me, what have you been up to since I last spoke to you?
Me? What have I been up to? Well, not much really, except, I don't know how to tell you this. I caught the microwave alight.
You caught the microwave on fire?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what happened? Was the house all right? You weren't hurt or anything?
Well, it was quite funny really. There was quite a lot of smoke and sparks.
My God. And what's happened now that you've no microwave?
I don't know, because they keep sending me these meals, these frozen meals to put in the microwave, and that's the food that they send me. But now I've got no microwave, and my son says I can't have another one because it's dangerous. He says I might burn the place down.
Oh yes, I can imagine that, yeah. So what are you going to do? Are you going to get one?
I'm going to get one anyway, I ain't going to tell him.
So you're going to get another microwave without telling him? Well, that's entirely up to you, but I'm just glad. But have you been managing to eat now that you haven't got a microwave? How are you heating up your food?
Yeah, well, I managed to get down to the little shop on the corner sometimes, and they have some things in there. And it's nice going down there anyway, because I sort of chat the lady up that serves behind the counter.
And tell me, how are you managing to get down there? You're on your little scooter.
I've got my scooter, I charge it up, and then I whiz down there.
Oh my God, you're not one of these people on the scooters like, you need an ASBO to protect yourself from them.
You know I used to drive the buses, don't you?
Yes, I remember you told me you were a bus driver.
Yeah,
that must have been interesting.
I ran someone over, mate.
You did not.
I did. It wasn't my fault, though.
What happened?
Well, they fell off the path. Someone fell off the path and I went over their arm.
Oh my God, did you break their arm?
Probably.
Oh God, and did you get sacked or were you all right?
Nah, it was their fault, mate.
It was their fault?
Yeah.
Oh, but then you weren't just a bus driver, you used to like carpentry, you told me when we last spoke.
Yeah, I made all sorts of things, I used to make all sorts of things. My dad taught me how to make things. And I used to make things for my mum, and then I used to make things for my wife when she was alive.
Excellent. And what did you make?
Well, all sorts of things, like drawers and cupboards and stuff like that.
Oh, excellent. Is that something you miss nowadays and would like to get maybe back involved in?
I don't know how good I'd be at it, really.
Oh, well, you never lose that art, people say.
Well, as long as I don't, like, hurt somebody, like
Yeah.
on the buses, mate.
Yeah, yeah. And tell me, you haven't been to see your GP this week, or when did you last see your GP?
I can't be bothered with him anymore. I've got plenty of people to talk to now.
And you're drinking a lot, I hear, as well. I mean, I'm not talking about alcoholic drinks, I'm talking about water.
Well, that'd be telling, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm having plenty of water, mate. I'm having plenty of water.
Oh, well, that's good, that's good. Okay, now that was only a very short conversation. But some of the messages I wanted you to get from that conversation is you ask open-ended questions. You just don't say, Bill, are you all right? Because if you did, he would say, yes, I'm fine. End of conversation. I think it's important that when you're asking questions, you want more than a yes, no answer. Because in that way, you're encouraging, like I am in Bill, to do things during the week so he's got something to tell me about. And what we did with Bill, which I didn't bring up today, I would find out what his favourite TV programme was, and each week we would talk about that TV programme. We would find out about his favourite football team, and if that football team was playing that week, then I would engage that in the conversation with Bill about the football. So you bring the things into his life that he actually enjoys. When I first got involved with Bill, some 9 months ago, when I first rang him and was introduced to him, the only words I'd get from him was yes, no. And then I'd be informed he was in the hospital, he was in his GP. You heard from the call I made with Bill in the role play, he hasn't been to his GP or the hospital for almost 8 months. Why? Because he's got someone who's interested in his well-being. And that's key as a volunteer, that you get that message across, that you care about them. Yes, they're not a member of your family. Yes, you may not meet them, it may be just a phone call, but you can still communicate in your voice that you still care about them. And in Bill's case, he goes from strength to strength. I looked into the local community. There was a local carpentry club nearby. They now come and take him once a week to the centre where he's using his hands to make things, the things he likes doing. He is shopping for himself, he is eating, and he is drinking. Like he said to me last week, Patrick, if I drink any more water, I'll have floating kidneys. So the relationship is he trusts me, I trust him, I can introduce him to other people, and his quality of life is far superior than it was 9 months ago when he had nobody. That's what you can do as a volunteer, and I know you will do it.